Good morning. Topic for today's discussion is FTP, File Transfer Protocol, and TFTP, Trivial File Transfer Protocol. This protocol belongs to application layer. The objective of the today's lecture is to understand the working mechanism of FTP, to understand the concept of TFTP, and last, to compare file transfer protocol with trivial file transfer protocol. We know well that Telnet protocol is used for remote login purpose, but when we require to transfer a file from one place to some remote place, Telnet is not useful. In that case, we require FTP, File Transfer Protocol. Transferring files from one computer to another is one of the most common tasks expected from a networking or inter-networking environment. As a matter of fact, the greatest value of data exchange in the internet today is due to file transfer. There are two types of FTP. One is file transfer simple FTP and another one is anonymous FTP. This FTP requires credential, user ID and password to transfer the file, but in the case of FTP, no credential is required. Normally, user ID. In the case of anonymous, FTP is anonymous and password is your email ID or sometimes it is guest. FTP is a network protocol used to transfer files from one computer to another over a TCP network. Like Telnet, it is a client-server architecture, which means that a user has to have an FTP client installed to access the FTP server running on a remote machine. After establishing the FTP connection, the user can download or upload files to and from the FTP server. FTP uses the services of TCP. It needs two TCP connections. The well-known port 21 is used for control connection and the well-known port 20 for data connection. Two TCP IP connections are there. One is control connection and another one is data connection. This can be seen here. This is the basic model of the FTP. Here we have a client side and here we have a server side. At the client side, we have three components: user interface, control process, data transfer process. And at the server side, we have two components: server control process and server data transfer process. One connection is established between client and server in the form of control connection here, and another connection is established between client and server for data transfer, that is the data connection. And this works over TCP IP. Let us see how the control connection is used. At the client side, there will be local code, or there will be some character set for its internal communication, and there may be another local code or character set for its internal communication. But when the matter of data transfer will come, in that case, this local codes needs to be converted into NVT ASCII, and that NVT ASCII will be converted here into the local code, and again when some response from server side will come, that will be converted into NVT ASCII, and this NVT ASCII will be converted here into the local code. This NVT character set is required, this NVT ASCII character set is required to work as a interface to remove the incompatibility. Okay, let us see that how the data connection is used. Data connection is established between data transfer process module of the client and data transfer process module of the server, and here client side decides file type, data structure and transmission mode are defined by the client. The control connection remains connected during the entire interactive FTP session. The data connection is opened and then closed for each file transferred. It opens each time commands that involve transferring files are used, and it closes when file is transferred. In other words, when a user starts an FTP session, the control connection opens. When the control connection is open, the data connection can be opened and closed multiple times if several files are transferred. What does it mean? If we will have to transfer a single file from client to server, then we may require only one control connection and one time data connection. But if we need to transfer multiple files, then first of all a control connection will be established at one time, and data connection will be established so many times as the number of files are there. Means if we will have to transfer 3 files from client to server, then 3 times data connection will be opened and closed. In the next few slides, we will see an actual FTP session for retrieving a list of items in a directory. The colored pink line shows the responses from the server control connection. This can be seen here, this one. The colored line shows the responses from the server. This colored line shows the responses from the server. The black line shows the command sent by the client. The black line, these lines, shows the command sent by the client, and these lines shows the response from the server. The lines in white with a black background shows data transfer. This one shows the data transfer. Okay, the lines in the white with the black background shows data transfer. After the control connection is created, the FTP server sends the 220 response. The client sends its name. The server responds with 331. The client sends the password is not shown. The server responds with 230 user login is OK. This can be seen here. Initially the client typed the command FTP, the domain name, connected to this particular domain name. A reply comes from server in the form of 220 OK. Then another response from the server side comes, please log in user and password. At the client side, the user types user ID frozen, and from server side response comes, please specify the password. When the password will be typed here by the client side, login will be successful, and remote system type is Unix. Only using binary mode to transfer file is displayed. Now FTP, it is in the black line. That's why right now here client is typing ls reports listing the subdirectory. In that case, a response from server side it comes and the data transfer is done here, and this listing is displayed, and with the message 226 directory send OK. And at last at the client side, user type quit, server response goodbye to terminate the FTP session. The server responds with 230 user login is OK. The client sends the list command ls report to find the list of files on the directory named report. Now the server responds with 150 and opens the data connection. The server then sends the list of files or directories on the data connection. The client sends a quit command. The server responds with 221. Pink color lines are server responses. Black lines client side requests, and this is the data transfer. Okay. Now let us see TFTP, Trivial File Transfer Protocol. TFTP is a network protocol used to transfer files between remote machines. It is a simple version of FTP. Lacking some of the more advanced features FTP offers, but requiring less resources. It requires less resources than FTP. Because of its simplicity, TFTP can be used only to send and receive files. This protocol is not widely used today, but it still can be used to save and restore a router configuration or to backup an iOS image. Here there is a simple example. Host A, and this is the router. A user wants to transfer a file from host A to the router R1. Host A wants to transfer some file to router R1. R1 is a Cisco device and it has a TFTP server installed. The user will start an TFTP client program here and initiate the data transfer. Here there will be TFTP client program. Okay. TFTP does not support user authentication and sends all data in the clear text. It uses UDP port 69 for communication. So after seeing FTP and TFTP, now let us compare FTP with TFTP on different parameters. First, FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol. TFTP stands for Trivial File Transfer Protocol. Software size. FTP software is heavier than TFTP. TFTP is light. FTP works on port 20 and 21. 21 is for control connection and 20 is for data connection. TFTP works on port 69. FTP is based on TCP. TFTP is based on UDP. FTP is more complex than TFTP. TFTP is less complex than FTP. FTP has lots of commands or messages. TFTP has only 5 messages. Authentication is must for FTP. If it is anonymous, then it may require anonymous user ID and guest or email ID as password. Authentication is not required in case of TFTP. Okay. So today we have seen the FTP file transfer protocol and TFTP, and we have seen that in FTP works over TCP IP, and there is a control connection, data connection. If you have multiple files to transfer from client to server, then multiple times data connection will be opened and closed. We have seen that TFTP is simpler version of FTP, and we have compared that how FTP is different with TFTP. In fact, to discuss this topic, I have taken the references from these 2 books, Data Communication Networking Frozen and TCP IP Protocol Suite by Frozen. Now it's time for a quiz. In this particular session, I will have 9 quiz, and you need to answer all these answers to all these quiz, and revert the answers to me. Obviously, correct answer will ensure the learning of the today's session. Quiz 1. Dash is the standard mechanism provided by TCP IP for copying a file from one host to another. Options are Telnet, SMTP, TFTP, none of the above. This is the second question. FTP uses the services of UDP, IP, TCP, none of the above. Next question. In FTP, the well-known port dash is used for the control connection and the well-known port dash for the data connection. Options 21, 22, 21, 20, 20, 21, none of the above. Next quiz. Next quiz. Next quiz. Next quiz. Quiz 8. Now this is the last quiz. Okay, thank you very much. That's all for today.